Hi, I'm Robyn from Robyn Crafts. Today I'd like to show you how to create a French knot. These easy little knots are used in my patterns to create eyes, the centres of flowers and other small features. Here you can see them adding some interest to the centre of these flowers. Be sure to use them to customise your own felt hooks. You'll be glad that you did. You can see I've used French knots here on Humpty Dumpty's eyes. You'll find in my patterns that I usually use them to create the pupils of eyes because they're a lovely tight little knot, and they're also very easy to do once you've figured them out. If you've ever looked at a drawn diagram of how to do a French knot, I find they're often fairly complicated. I find the best way to show them is usually in person or by video. So today I'd like to show you how to create that French knot. I've got my piece of felt and I'm using, as usual, a contrasting thread so that you can see what I'm doing. Now all you need to, my thread is knotted, by the way, before I start, so I've got a little knot in the end there. So all you need to do is come up from behind your fabric at the point where you want the French knot to be. In the patterns you'll find that that spot is marked. Here of course I don't have any markings, I'm just doing it on the felt, in the middle of the felt. So I've come up, my knot has corded at the back, and then this is the fiddly part, and trust me, with a little bit of practice you'll have it down in no time. Take your thread, try to keep it fairly taut while you're doing this. You'll find that that'll help, just stop it getting a bit tangled. Then rest your thread on your forefinger, rest your needle on top of that, and then pass your needle underneath that thread so that you've got the thread looped over the needle. Then I'm going to take the end of thread that's attached to the needle and I'm going to pass that over the tip of the needle again. And you'll see what it's created is a bit of a cross over the needle. That's what's going to create your French knot. By looping the thread over itself like this, that will create that lovely round knot. I'll show you that one more time before I finish off the French knot. Rest the thread on your forefinger, place the needle over the thread, and then pass the tip of the needle underneath the thread so that it's looped over the needle. Then you're going to pass the loose end of thread back over the needle again to create that cross. Then to complete the French knot, simply put the needle back into the same hole that you came out of, or as close as possible as you can get. Now at this point you can let go of that little cross, it's all being held in place here, and you're going to pull your thread tight. And what you'll see, if I get this up nice and close, that's already created the French knot on my needle. It's just ready to go. All I need to do now is to get my needle out of the middle of that knot. And the way I'm going to do that is by continuing to pass my needle into the felt, pull it out through the back, and you'll see that the thread is actually passing right through the middle of that knot. When it gets to the end, the thread is going to get caught onto those loops that I had wrapped around my needle, and that's creating a lovely tight little circle there. Lovely little knot, perfect for pupils, the centre of flowers. Anytime that if you were to use a pencil, anytime you would draw a dot, use a French knot. I'll show you that one more time. If you're going to do a series of French knots, by the way, they're perfectly simple. Just do them exactly as I am here. Create one, then to create your second one, come up wherever you want it, and just do another French knot. Here it is again. Pass my needle underneath, pass my thread over my needle, and then back in as close as possible to my original exit point. Pull it tight. Also, I should mention that I'm holding this with my thumb while I pull the needle through. Hold this thread with your thumb just to make sure that that stays nice and tight and you end up with a tight knot. Otherwise you'll find it makes a bit of a mess. Pull it through and there's my second knot. I hope that helps.